Hello and welcome to your training for the Leadership Evolution for an Entrepreneur. So what's this training about and is it for you? So do you feel like you're doing everything in your business at the moment, your plate's spinning and you want that to change because it's exhausting? Or perhaps you've moved on to the next stage, you've started using people to outsource or to hire into your team, but it's not quite working. Or maybe you're at the stage where you just want to grow in a sustainable way, without overwhelm and without burnout. Well, if any of those scenarios are for you, then this training is going to be brilliant at talking through the 3 phases of an entrepreneur to reach that leadership role. Because at the end of the day, we're building businesses here. We want a sustainable business where we're not the bottleneck and that has opportunities for growth. So, are you ready? Let's get going. Now, within every entrepreneur, we have kind of 3 different ways of working. So we've got the way where we can be the doer, where we're doing everything ourselves. We could be the manager, where we're using other people, we've outsourced, we're hiring, or we're working through others. Or we can be the leader, and we can be focusing on the big picture, those long-term goals, having that like helicopter view and looking at what's happening throughout the whole business. Now those 3 things are essential at every stage of business, but there is a specific percentage, or the percentages change, as you progress your business, and that's what I want to talk about today. So what are the 3 stages? I'm going to map them out for you here. So stage 1 is the doing phase, and I draw this out. Sorry, what am I drawing here? This is you in your business, and here you feel like you need 8 pairs of hands, or 8 hands, to do all the different tasks that are happening within your business. It's you at the centre, and it is completely exhausting. You are rolling up your sleeves. You are 1 minute marketing to all your clients, then the next minute you're onboarding the clients, then you're actually delivering the service, then you're doing all the back of house stuff, all the admin, and at the start of your business, that's really appropriate. So this level of business is particularly at startup to roughly, because this isn't set in stone, but roughly about 40k, where you can get to that point where you're doing absolutely everything in your business and you need no support. And when I'm talking about support and I'm talking about business, what I'm also saying is not just about your support in your business, I'm talking about support in life. I look at things holistically. So this is about you up until about 40k, being able to handle your life as you currently are and running your business. But there gets to a point where we hit that ceiling, where actually we just can't do it anymore. And the phase 2 of a leadership evolution is the managing phase. Spelled that wrong. So the managing phase is where there's you at the centre. Here's my little drawing. And you started outsourcing or hiring or having someone in a home to help. Perhaps you've got some home help, perhaps you've increased your childcare, perhaps you use the bookkeeper and accounting, but you're starting to form a small team. You may not necessarily see it as a team, but that's exactly what you're doing. You're starting to bring together a small team. So here, in this stage of business, you're probably looking at 40k plus to, 250,000, where it can run with you managing 3 people. But you still see here that you're at the centre of everything. So the business still hinges completely around you in your business. So what's the 3rd stage? The 3rd stage is leadership. So here you are, and this looks very formal. It doesn't have to be, but the reason why I do a hierarchy like this is to demonstrate that you're now using big business principles. You've got a real organisation structure in place. You've got clear lines of communication. Everyone knows specifically what they're doing in their business. And most importantly at the leadership phase, you're starting to bring in this person here, your number 2, because that is essential if you want to be able to have a business that can run without you. That sounds scary, but I'm talking about those long holidays you want to go on, where you don't feel like you have to be in your business every day, going from working in your business to working on your business. So here we're talking about income levels of, I don't know, 250,000 up to, you know, 8-figure businesses. Well, let's just say 7-figure businesses at this stage. But here's the key thing. Leadership, I said that every entrepreneur has got those 3 things, the doer in them, the manager, the leader. You just need different behaviours at different levels to maximise this. But leadership is required throughout the whole thing to get you there. Because here's the problem I see, particularly around personal brands, around coaches, consultants, mentors, where we are the business. We get stuck here because we feel like everything needs to be us and we're the face of the brand. And that can be a real challenge, and it stops people progressing to here. Or people progress to here, but they have challenges. They recruit the wrong people. They haven't got into the mindset of how to manage and what it is they need to do. And all of a sudden, they're handing the tasks. They're getting rid of the people they've hired, and they're bringing the task back into themselves. And you see, they step back into the doer phase. There's 2 things that will happen in the doer phase. 1, burnout. 2, stopping your business. This is not sustainable for the long term. You're working completely in your business when you should be working on it. Now, that's not to say everyone needs to grow a huge, big team and we need to have massive income targets and everyone needs a big business. That's not the case at all. But by having the mindset of a leader and by understanding the leadership principles of how to transfer into these different phases, you can still run a business of the size and the income of your goals without having to be in it the whole time. Does that make sense? So what are these leadership principles? Well, there are 8 that I have found through working with hundreds of different women and my whole 13 years of leadership in corporate. And those 8 are required at different phases. So at phase 1, it's all around having the right mindset mastery, making sure that you're really clear on your vision and that you have unique focus on your strengths. In the managing phase, it's more around accelerating performance through others. You're talking about strategic action. So how do you get the big vision? How do you get the steps to get there? And it's around continual innovation. So looking at things, how can you improve them? How can they be better? How can they be slicker? And then in the leadership phase, it's around team empowerment, because it's not just you anymore, you're working through your team. And it's also around captivating communication, because you have to be able to communicate out to your customers and also back down to your team in the right way. So let me ask you a question. What stage of the leadership evolution do you believe you are in currently? And where would you like to be? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. Thank you.